How do I get my business to run without me? That is the million-dollar question. And in this video, I'm going to work through a couple of key things that is going to make that possible. Not only will your business be able to run without you, but your employees will be able to make decisions without you. And either it will be the decision you would have made, or it'll be a decision that you fully support 100%. Now, how do you actually do that? Well, in this video, I'm going to go through exactly how to do that. If you're new here, I'm Liz Chisholm, and I have a signature program called Systems into Freedom, where I teach business owners and their team how to create systems for profit, how to create time freedom. That means not working in the business anymore, but only working on the business and letting the business run without you. And I also help them create and develop their leadership and culture so their business thrives. I'm all about simplicity, and I'm all about creating systems that scale, systems that are profitable, systems that actually move the bottom line. So if you're interested in that, then just click the link below on how to work with me. Now let's dive right in to how to get your business to run without you. Now there's an idea that you definitely need systems, you definitely need, a way of doing stuff, instructions on how to do things, but there's something a bit deeper than that that actually will help your business run without you. It's not a list of to-dos, it's not that list that you write out for the babysitter and say, okay, don't forget this, do that. Maybe that's important, but how do you actually have that babysitter thrive without you? How do you have your employees thrive without you? How do you not just come back to your business being exactly where it was when you were gone, and now you still have to go and scale it and grow it and play catch up and do all these things? But how do you get your business to run, thrive, function, scale, all without you? So the big key thing is your company values. Most people have some type of values. Maybe they've pulled a couple of words off of Google and they posted them up on their wall. Maybe they've got this beautiful notebook that's got the words displayed on the front cover. However, that does not get your business to run without you. In fact, just having words posted somewhere or put on a plaque does not say that your business is going to run without you. It's how your values are displayed through your business. How are your employees living and breathing and dying through those values? How are you making decisions based on those values? If you have certain values written up on the wall and then you make decisions that are contrary to those values, then those values actually are not helping your business out. When you have your business running without you and you are out of town, you're gone, you're even at home because your business doesn't need you anymore, how is it running? How is that happening? And it's because people can think like you. How do they think like you? They have the same values as you. How do they have the same values as you? Is because they're part of the culture. And that is the biggest thing in this video. We're going to go through how you can actually create the values, how you can implement it into your business, and how you know those values are actually going to make a difference when your employees make decisions. So here is the first step. So when you're first looking at values, the first thing you want to do is to think about it from the customer's perspective. What do your customers want to see, or why will they buy from you in the first place? Why will they use you in the first place? You may not actually think about it from this perspective, but when you go into a business, what makes you go back to that business? What is it about that business that actually creates that loyalty with you and helps them have a thriving customer with you? So when you're thinking about it, think about what you like about stuff and start to notice what is benefiting you and what is not benefiting you. One of the key ways to really understand your values is to really understand what your values are not. What are they not? If they're not something, then they're probably the opposite of that. Another question to ask is, what is important to you? What is going to stand the test of time because it's part of your soul, it's part of your being, it's part of your business's being. It's how you are being. It's the most important thing. Everybody has values that they filter life through, they filter decisions through. And so what are those filters that are important to you to actually help you make decisions? You may not have been thinking about it in the sense of a filter or how you make decisions, but everybody has a way of making decisions. And so you want to make sure that you really think about what is that and how is that going to be displayed in your business. Company values are not just the pretty words up on a wall, but they're actually part of what your customers experience and how your team is displaying those and making decisions through that. Now, if you're not quite sure what your values are and you're kind of exploring different values, don't go posting them all over social media saying, these are our 5 values, because you may shift and change change them. You also want to make sure that they align or they have integrity with how you are acting. You don't want to just have some word that doesn't match how you're being. So if you have a word of being friendly or servanthood or serving others or something along those lines, and yet you don't have that displayed within the culture of your business, nor do you have that displayed to your customers, when you go and post that on your wall, people are going to be like, wait a minute, this is not who they are. Wait, what's going on? And then they're going to be all confused. And then when that confusion happens, you're going to lose customers. So it's better to actually just figure out your values kind of secretly or within your team and really say, okay, this is what we want to display. This is who we want to be as a business. This is who we want to be as a company. And then you can go from there. Once you really have solidified your values, then you can actually go and display those and, put them on your wall and put them on social media or do whatever you want to do. But you want to make sure that people are seeing who you're being before you just go slap a label on it. How do you actually decide on your values? Okay, here's a couple tips. The first one is it's better to start with a lot of different values and then start narrowing it down. Which one's stronger? Which one's weaker? What order should you put them in? So there are lists, and I have one too. You can message me, either you can DM me on Instagram or Facebook, or you can comment below and I will send you my values list. And you can go through that and see, okay, which ones do I like? Like which ones do resonate with me the most? Or which ones seem important to me? And you may get 10 to 15 values that you've picked. Then take those values and present them to your team and say, okay, I've gone through and kind of done the initial scrubbing and go, okay, these are the values that resonate with me. What values do you think our business already has? Or what values does our business want to have? And have them help you. Have it be a collaborative effort and have them help you decide on maybe 3, 5, 7 max values for your business. Now, the reason I say that is because you want to be able to rattle off all 5 or all 7 values at once and not have to think about, okay, we have this value and this value and this, and all of a sudden 20 values later, you're trying to remember that 20th value. No, you want to have it at the tip of your tongue because it's part of who you are. It's part of your business. Once you've narrowed it down to 5 values, then you're going to ask yourself the question, my company displays this value when, and then fill in the blank, and fill it in as many times as possible for each value, because you want to help your employees, your team, and then eventually your customers understand what you mean by that. Pretty much every business wants to have a business of integrity, but it means a lot of different things for different people. So what does that mean for you? When you have this value displayed, what does it look like in your business? How does that value become true? What is the evidence of that value? So when you can fill in the blank saying, my company displays this value this way, then you can really hone in on what that value is. If you think that you have too many values and you're like, oh, I don't know if it's this or that, this is also a good exercise to help you narrow it down a little bit, because you're going to start realizing that you can't think of 5 or 6 examples per value. And you're like, okay, maybe this is not the value for us. Now, once you have your values, how do you really ingrain those values into your culture and have your employees breathe, live, and die by those values? Well, the first one is to find team members, find employees that have the same values as you. It's going to be so much easier for your business to thrive and run when everybody's aligned on not just what their job duties are and those types of things, but how they think about stuff, the values that they live by themselves. Now, it doesn't have to be the exact values, but there's a lot of values that are similar. If you have a value of, let's say, autonomy, you can also fill in the blank saying, I experience this value when, and then you can have it from the customer's perspective. So how do you want the customer to feel or experience or see this value displayed in your business? So when you really hone that in, you're really going to create 5 strong values. The next step to this is to ingrain it in your company's culture. One of the easiest ways to really ingrain this into your company culture is every time you have a meeting, set aside the last 5 to 10 minutes for acknowledgments. Now, what do I mean by that? I mean that instead of just saying, hey, that outfit looks really great today, which is a compliment, have your team practice acknowledging each other for how you're displaying values. We did this when I owned a brewery, and it strengthened our culture and it solidified us as a team, and it really helped our values shine in our everyday actions because we were actually noticing and recognizing those values in each other. So if you have a value of teamwork, then you can say, hey, I want to acknowledge Tommy, our team member who is in relations or whatever, for displaying teamwork when he did X, Y, and Z. I really appreciated that, and it really supported me in my role. And so when you acknowledge a specific person for specific action that they did related to the value that your business has, you're going to continue to get example after example after example of how your values are displayed, practiced, and utilized in your business. It becomes ingrained in the culture of your business. And when you have that, you can leave with ease because your employees, your team members will be making decisions as if you were there, except you're not there because your business can run without you. If you really enjoyed this video on how to get your business to run without you and how to really ingrain those values that you have as a business into the culture of your business so that your business can run without you, then hit subscribe, click that bell so you can be notified when I bring out more videos every week on these types of topics where I help business owners streamline their business, create time freedom, create profits through their system, and create cultures that help your business thrive. I'm Liz Chisholm. If you need help with this, just click the link below on how to work with me, and I'll see you in the next video.